Hi team, happy Mondays. As always, we'll give like a minute or so for everyone to jump in and then we'll get cracking. I'm going to set up the timers on my phone so I can get ready straight into it and then it's job done. So interesting session today. We're going to start mixing some mobility work with some strength work. It's known sometimes under the name of animal flow. Now I don't need to get too worried by that. It really is just mobility work added with a little bit of strength work because we're holding some postures and then transitioning between the two. But I feel it's a really nice progression for the stuff that you've been doing. A bit of a change. I like to add a bit of variety, but it adds some intensity to the mobility and flexibility work. We're in the last week of the course. I think we're ready for it, guys. So let me just set up my clock and we'll get cracking. Okay, looks like we're good to go, guys. Feel like we've given everyone enough time. Let me just refresh to make sure I am actually live. That caught me out once last week. It's not going to catch me out again. I hope. I'm just going to check Facebook on my phone to check that the actual video has gone live on Facebook because I thought it had last week. It didn't, and then it didn't post, so I can't really take that risk. Okay, I'm live. I'm happy with that. Let's get it going then, guys. Okay, so if you can hear a little bit of like extra noise, I'm just going to angle the camera because we're going to be down on the mat for today's, all of it basically. If you can hear a little bit of extra noise, that's the rain on the roof. Apologies, there's not much we can do about that. Okay, so today's session we're going to spend a lot of time on our wrists. Okay, I'm just going to sit back so that you can see me. Because of the lower angle of the camera. Now, as always, it's important that you work to your own level, and if you feel like your wrists are getting a little bit too much strain, just take a break, stretch them out, get a little bit of movement through it, and then jump back in when you can. This is going to be the same as with all the sessions that we do. Only do what you feel capable of doing, only feel what you feel safe doing. I always want to emphasize that because at no time should you feel concerned or anything like that. Work to your own level, guys. There's always going to be plenty that you can do, so just make sure that you do it. So let's warm up our wrists first. Hands together. I put one palm down, I go down, twist, and down. So it's that, okay? So nice and slow. I'm not just rushing it. It's nice and slow, deliberate movements. Taking your wrist to their end ranges and just moving through it. We're just going to warm our wrists up before we get going. Okay, and then let's take it back. Awkward, isn't it? How good is your wrist coordination? Okay, and then give it the old 80s wave. Woo! Can you send the wave back? I can't. Yes, I can. That's not actually, is it? No, I can't. I can't do it back. God damn it. Okay, and now we're just taking them side to side. So we're really just taking our wrists through their end ranges, give them a chance to warm up properly, and then we're going to get into this animal flow. It should be a bit of fun. Have fun with it. Do what you can, and challenge yourself. You'll get some good stretches out of this. Should feel nice through the hips, and through the spine by the end. Okay, so join me on your mat. Okay, the way that I do this, let me just angle the screen towards me so I can see what's happening. The way that I do this, personally, this might not be the way that other people do it, but I don't particularly care about other people. I label positions and I number them, 0 to whatever we go up to. Now today, I'm going to be fairly sensible with regards to what we can do because it's your first go at this kind of thing. So if I say 0, and we're going into 1, then we're going into 3, so on. The way that you'll be able to remember it is number 1, by watching first. I'm going to demonstrate everything first, and then I'm going to be doing it with you. So even if you are a couple of seconds behind, just to remind yourself about what you're doing, take a couple of seconds, do the movement, then when we get into position, I'll wait for you, okay? So, first position then, which is called home, it is tabletop position with our hands under our shoulders and our knees under our hips, okay? So this is home position. Position 1 then is one that we now watching at this point, guys, you're going to get it going in a minute. Position 1 then is a position that is called Loaded Beast, okay? Good name, innit? Could be a name of a band. And what Loaded Beast is we bring our toes together, we flare our knees out, and we come back and hold this position. Now you'll notice my knees are above the ground. I'm getting a stretch in my hips, and I'm using my core to stay upright, and then we bring it back. Okay? Now that's actually quite hard. I know it probably looks quite easy, but you'll have to trust me, it's quite hard. And, what I will say to this as well is I'm not using shoes, but if you feel like you need to use shoes, by all means use them, alright? So the regression to that, so if you find it a little bit hard to keep your knees up, all you've got to do is we come back, and it's child's pose. Knees are down, and we're holding the position there. So from there then, come back to tabletop. Okay, so what we're going to have a go at now, we're going to go from home position to Loaded Beast, position 1, and we're going to go back and forth 3 times on my count. Okay, so into position, home position. Okay, into position 1, Loaded Beast, off you go. Hold it there, move around, get a stretch. Good, and back to home. Nice. Okay, back to position 1. And back home. Okay, one more time. Back to position 1. And back home. Good. And shake it out. Move your wrists about a bit. Good stuff. Okay. So, the next transition is going to be straight from position 1 to our next position. So, let me show you what that looks like. We're going to be in position 1, and then from here we're going to go to what is known as lizard. So we're going to step through, left foot comes outside of left hand. Okay? Now, that's the hardest version. If you want to make it a little bit easier, we're going to go from position 1, Loaded Beast, and then you're going to transition to home, and then bring your leg through. Okay? So rather than coming from 1 all the way through, you're going to go from 1, home, through to position 2. Okay? And then obviously it's the exact same on the way back. You can either go straight back, or you go home, back to 1. And then we do the same on the other leg, okay? Does that make sense? Good. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do 2 on each side. We're going to go from position 1 to position 2 on our left, back to position 1, back to position 2 on our left, back to position 1, back to position 2 on our right, back to position 1, back to position 2 on our right one more time, back to position 1. Now I'm going to rest at either end. So those of you that, I say rest, I'm going to hold at either end and get the stretching in, so that when you guys that are transitioning between, you've got time to get there and still get a nice stretch when you get in position, okay? Okay, so let's start off together at home, tabletop. From here, going back to position 1 then, 3, 2, 1, off you go. And hold this position. Move around, stretch those hips. Right, from this position now, we're going to transition our left leg forward into position 2, left foot outside, left hand, okay? If you want to take that transitional step in between, you can. 3, 2, 1, nice and controlled, up and through. And then I'm going to wait here and just stretch and move and find those tight corners as you guys are transitioning through. Good, guys, well done. Just move around, find those tight corners. Okay, we're going to transition back now to position 1. Those of you who need to do the step in between, feel free to. We're going back in 3, 2, 1. I'm just hanging out here now while you get back. Again, once you're in position, move around a bit, loosen it up. And we're going forward again on the same leg in 3, 2, 1. Good, guys. And we're going back now. 3, 2, 1. And I'm waiting for you to transition back. Now we're doing the same on the other leg. So right leg forward, right foot to the outside of your right hand. In 3, 2, 1. Again, transition step in between if you need to, no problems at all. Good, and we're going to go back in 3, 2, 1. And forward one more time then. 3, 2, 1. Control yourself. Transition. Foot forward and stretch. And get that leg back in 3, 2, 1. Into position 1 and hold. And relax. Good. So that's the first little bit of the flow done. How was it? How were your wrists? Shake them off, move them about. Just let them relax a little bit. Good stuff. Okay. Good. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you the next transition, alright? So after we've done the lizard on the left, we've done the lizard on the right, we're coming back into that home position, we're going from the child, and then what we're going to do, we're going to bring ourselves up, through, and hips down. Now you can either come down onto our hands, or you can come down from here, come back into tabletop, and then drop down onto our forearms, hips up, head up. Okay? This is called Cobra. And then from here, we can go onto our hands, push up onto our knees, and then back into 1 again. Okay, so we go in 1, up into position 3, or you can do it as 1 to your knees home, into forearms, chest up. Okay, so that's your 2 options. We're going to do 3 reps there now. Okay, so into position 1. 3, 2, 1. Good. Stretch those arms out in front. Okay, we're coming forward into position 3 in 3, 2, 1. Nice and controlled. Bring yourself through, hips down, head up. And move around. Find those tight corners, guys. And we're going to take it back in 3, 2, 1. So when we're in loaded beast now, put your knees down because we're just doing multiple reps in between. Put your knees down. Okay, we're coming forward again into 3 in 3, 2, 1. Nice and controlled. Hips down, head up. And we're taking it back to position 1 in 3, 2, 1. And one more time, we're going to go forward in 3, 2, 1. And back to position 1 to finish. Good, and relax. Good, well done. Take the weight off your hands, take the weight off your shoulders. Good work. So we've got 3 positions there now. We've got position 1, loaded beast. We're doing it with our knees down at the moment. Position 2 is the lizard position with the hand outside the foot. We've got to do 1 rep on each side. Come back to position 1. Then we're coming through to position 3, which is the cobra. We're either on our forearms or on our hands. Chest is up, back is up. Again, a nice stretch, nice bit of mobility through our spine. Now we're going to add the next step. Okay. So from this position, once we go back into position 1, the next position then, we're going to come through into bear crawl hold. So it's not tabletop because my knees aren't down. It's the bear crawl hold with your knees up. From here, you can either bring one hand up, then sit down onto your side and bring your leg out, then bring it back in. Or if you're able to, keep that leg up and bring it back through. Okay, now I can't do the other way because the wall's in the way, so if I did it from here, we'd be going bear crawl hold, over to right side, bear crawl hold, over to left side. Okay? Then we go back to position 1 again. Quite straightforward. So we're going to do it together. We're going to go position 1, bear crawl hold, kick through left, kick through right, back to position 1. Let's do that together, okay? So, position 1, knees down. We're going to come forward into bear crawl hold in 3, 2, 1. Knees are up, core is nice and tight. Kick through to the left. 3, 2, 1. Hold position, leg down if you need. Bringing it back in 3, 2, 1. Hold, bear crawl hold, squeeze the core, kick through the other way. 3, 2, 1. And back to middle, bear crawl hold. And we're going to go back to position 1. And recover. Good. How's that? Shake the wrists off. Good stuff. Good. So now we're going to try and link all that together. It's going to be nice and slow. There's going to be time for you to rest and take the weight off your wrists if you want. I'm going to talk you through that. We've got 4 positions. Keep stretching, keep moving your arms if you're feeling tight. We've got position 1. We've got position 2 with the foot on the outside of the hand. We're going to do 1 rep either side. Then we're going back to position 1. Then we're going up into position 3, which is the cobra. Nice big proud chest, either on your forearms or on your hands. Then we go back to position 1. Then we come into the bear crawl hold, which is position 4. From that position we kick through left, back to 4, then we kick through right, back to 4, return to position 1. Okay? Now you guys aren't going to need to rotate halfway through. I'll rotate halfway through so that you can see what I'm doing on the kick throughs both ways. Okay? Let's have a go at it together then. Be patient with yourself, rest when you need to, transition steps when you need to. Okay? There's no rush in here, guys. We're just trying to use some strength as we're gaining some mobility. Okay? Have a bit of fun with it. Right. Home position then, tabletop. Okay? We're going to start, we're going to move to position 1 in 3, 2, and 1. Nice stretch through the hips. Really reach out with those hands. Okay, we're going to come forward with the left foot now, so that it goes outside our left hand. Take that transitional step in between if you need to. Coming forward in 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to hold this stretch as people come through with me. Try and get deeper into your hips. Good. Well done. From this position now, our left foot is going to go back to the start position, and we're going to go back to position 1. Get that child's pose. Guys who are taking that transitional step, take a step, see you back at 1 in 3, 2, 1. Moving side to side, trying to find those tight bits. Well done. From this now, we're going to do the exact same thing on the right side. Right foot comes forward outside the right hand. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Find those tight corners. Stretch through the hips. Good. Right foot's coming back in 3, 2, and 1. Into child's pose. Good, guys. Really stretch that chest out. From here now, we're going to go into position 3, which is the cobra. You either come down through onto your forearms, or go all the way through onto your hands. Chest nice and upright. 3, 2, and 1. Sink your hips down to the floor. Just find those tight spots. Nice deep breaths. Good. We're going to go back to position 1 in 3, 2, 1. Good. The next position now is position 4. It's the bear crawl hold, okay? So we're going to come forward into tabletop and up onto our hands and knees, and then on our hands and toes in the bear crawl hold in 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to rotate so you can see. You guys stay where you are. Nice and tight through the core. Then we're going to kick through to the left. Transition with your hip down if you need to. If you're able to hold position, hold position. 3, 2, 1. Now we're bringing it back. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to kick through to the other side. 3, 2, 1. And bring it back to center. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to go back to position 1. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good stuff. Well done. Shake the hands out. Good job. Well done. We're going to do that same flow one more time. And then we're going to finish with some balance work. I'm going to reduce the time in each position now, so that it is more of a flow. And it obviously makes you a little bit harder for us. But that's fine. Like I said, we're looking to progress. Move the chair out the way so you can see what's happening, guys. If I come forward like this, am I still in camera? Yes. So maybe I'll do the whole flow in this position this time, okay? So that you can see. Okay, shake your hands off then. Take whatever transition steps you need. Only do what you can. If you feel it's a bit too much for your wrists, sit out the next bit. We're going to just finish off on some balance exercises after this, okay? Okay. We're going to get it going. Okay, into home position. Good. Okay, so first position, position 1. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it back. We're coming forward with our left leg now. 3, 2, 1. Chest up. Good. Hold. And we're taking it back in 3, 2, 1. Now we're bringing our right leg forward now. 3, 2, 1. Chest up. Good, taking our right leg back in 3, 2, 1. We're coming forward to the cobra in 3, 2, 1. Back to position 1, 3, 2, 1. We're coming up into the bear crawl hold in 3, 2, 1. Good, kicking through to the left. 3, 2, 1. Hold, squeeze the core, minimize movement. Back to position 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, stabilize, and kick through the other way. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And return to start position 1. Good job. How was that? Bit different, wasn't it? Good job. That was a challenge. That's difficult stuff. Well done. Just going to alter the camera so that we can finish off with some balance stuff. Cool. So that was good. Something a bit different. Variety's the spice of life and all that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely a challenge, definitely not easy. Let me know how you found it though. Always interesting to hear. Did you enjoy the challenge? Did you find anything not possible? What did you surprise yourself with? You know, all feedback is good feedback, but let me know. So we're going to finish off with some knee stability stuff and the old pat the dog down and back up. That was a terrible rep. Knee stability, just to remind you, using your foot to grip the floor, set your knee into position from here with stepping back, touching and bringing it back in. Same on the other leg. And then the pat the dog, again using your foot to grip the floor, set your knee into a nice strong position. We're coming up, down, and up is 1 rep. You don't need to go all the way to the floor. I know you know all this by now, guys. You can go down to the shin, you can maybe go down to the knee. Whatever works for you, whatever is a challenge for you, be safe, be sensible, and you'll be fine. Okay, we're going to do 10 of the knee stabilities on each foot, and we're going to do 5 pat the dogs, alright? Alright, set your knee up then, foot's grabbing the floor. 10, stepping backs, ready? 3, 2, 1. Good, and once you've done 10 there, just swap feet. Same again. Same quality, guys, don't rush. Good, and we're doing the pat the dog now. Shake your legs out. Left foot first. Grab the floor. In your own time, to your own range. Off you go. Good, shake it out. I'm going to reduce the rest between these because that's the progression. This time it's going to be 6 and then 3 of the pat the dogs, okay? So left leg first, set yourself up, grab the floor, nice and tight, 6 reps, off you go. And then swap. Good, and then 3 pat the dogs each leg to finish, alright? Off you go. That's job done, guys. Good session. Something a bit different. As I said as we were going through it, I hope you didn't take it too seriously with regards to getting frustrated with anything. A lot of those things are a lot harder than they may look. So just enjoy the fact that you are able to do these new movements now. Hopefully you enjoyed the session. Bit of a variety. Probably haven't done much like that before. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about it really. Like I said, hope you enjoyed. We're nearly there now. 2 more sessions and we are done. Doing so well. Don't stop now. Let's finish nice and strong. And you can look back and be proud of what you've achieved. Well done, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you in the next one.